And we back. Y'all know who it is. Your man, Sir William L.
Sartorial King.
And this is Caviar Conversations.
Oh my God.
Yo, you just went up.
He just went up. Did the stock rise? Yeah. Yo, what?
Rah. Feels good to be back, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
New spot again.
New spot again.
I like this spot, though.
Yeah, this fresh.
So let's get right to it.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Starting out 28 days in.
28 days in.
Yep.
Cat Williams going crazy.
Going crazy. Talking a lot of stuff.
Talking a lot of stuff.
Some is real, some is false.
Yeah, the sports world is going crazy.
70 points from Joel Embiid.
Man.
62 from Cat, but he lost.
Mm-hmm.
You score 62, you lose. That's
a bad job.
Bad game.
Yeah.
But Joel Embiid, 70, 18 rebounds. Come on, man.
Jesus.
Unreal.
Yeah, super crazy. But look, it's a Caviar Conversation, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we got to talk about like high and stuff that just makes you think on a deeper level. Why do people have a hard time starting? Like just, getting out their own way. Why do you think that is?
One reason I think is just people are afraid to step out. Just
taking that first leap?
Yeah, taking that first leap because, they may have seen somebody else fail and they don't want that to happen to them.
Right.
So, they always second guess or come up with a reason why not to do it.
Do you think people talk themselves out of it too?
Absolutely. Well, if I do it like this, then this might happen. So I might as well just not do it. No.
Or you got those people that just have a, paralysis of doing it. They're like, they're one of those people that's like, I'll do it. I'll get to it. You know what I mean? But they just never start.
Never start. Just even if you start wrong, you're starting with some progress.
Yeah. A start is a start.
Like, if you think about
that's the first step.
When we first started this, we were on Zoom.
We was on Zoom.
It was grainy.
It was a bad picture.
The sound was off.
Everything was just off.
But we had a great time. We talked about interesting stuff. We got, so again, if you just start and just keep moving and making the progress, again, they say Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah. Everything takes time. But I think we live in a world where people want it like
right now, instantaneous.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
And it doesn't work like that. What they say, anything worth having takes a while?
Takes a while. And that's with anything.
Yeah.
With anything.
And then, going to the segue into the next question, a lot of people, even I do it at times, we waste a lot of mental energy just, you know what I mean, on stuff that really doesn't have real validity in your life. Like, I know I get caught up in lit. She gets on my back about this, like the whole scrolling thing.
On like social media?
Social media for sure. Especially if it's like I'm not watching something, reading something, or just doing, I just get...
Yeah, I don't know. Social media, because we existed in a time where we didn't have that, right?
True.
So
like you had to literally remember a number.
You had to remember a number. You could not look somebody up. You had to know somebody mutually. You know what I mean? Now, and I always tell, younger kids, there's like, when Facebook dropped, we had to have an actual college email.
Facebook. No. Black Planet.
Black Planet.
What?
Damn. That's
way back.
That's way back.
How many gray hairs do I got from that?
I started counting them. I just started counting them. But now it's different. People have access at a much speedier pace than ever.
Yeah, it's like anything that you want to know, you can just find out. And now, that was just Googling something. But now you can chat GPT.
Yeah.
Like, look, how do I write this paper? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll do it for you. How do I do whatever?
All AI.
All AI. The AI is getting crazy
out here.
Did you see that movie? It was on Netflix, and it had Mahershala Ali. We was talking about them.
Yes.
And how
life as we know it. No.
Yeah, something like that.
Leave the world. Something.
Whatever.
I'm wrong, guys. I'm wrong.
But whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And how they had the Teslas.
That scene was crazy. That's probably one of the best scenes too. It just showed you that we're so dependent on technology.
Yes.
And that if those things have nothing driving them or nothing guiding them, they go crazy.
It's like you get so caught up in this technology, like you forget like basic things. You know what I mean? Like remembering a number. I remember I used to know like 4 different numbers back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
215-548-7912 was my childhood home house number.
Right.
Whoever lives there now,
You still remember
I don't know
it.
if they still have that
You
phone.
still
line.
remember it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the only number that I think that, I mean, I know my own number, but
Yeah.
that's one
Besides
number that I know religiously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I don't know, because it kind of like takes away of that human interaction.
Yeah.
But on another note, you know, with the social media, it's a lot of stuff that you can do to make yourself seem like you're living this luxurious life. Like people aren't really being their authentic self. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like you can be a caricature.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, what do you really think being authentic means? Like, what is it to you?
I mean, there's two things. One, if we're talking about in terms of social media, I would say the authenticity needs to come out in what you do every day. What's your lifestyle? Now, you know, people want to make a lifestyle and show that and act as if that's what they do all day.
Isn't
every day.
that crazy though?
Yeah,
you want somebody else's life.
You do, but there's some people like, I'm gonna fake it till I make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, on the other end of the authenticity scale, I'm gonna say, it's just being you. That means if you move a certain way, that's the way you move, and you're not stepping out of that. If you have great relationships with people, and you know,
I got a question. For
great
that
relationships
too.
is really, really important.
Is a relationship better than the money?
Absolutely.
Think so? I agree.
You'll absolutely, because you'll get the bag if the relationship is like paired, if it's right.
Here's the thing: you'll get a continuous bag just having one relationship. One relationship can change everything.
Yeah, but some
You know
people
what I mean?
don't think that. That's why you can't do people wrong. I always say that. You can't
Burning bridges
can't
is
burn
something
bridges.
that's something that I was taught at a very young age, and you know, especially in this field.
Yeah.
And because you never know who you're going to need, and you never know who you're going to see when they're in their way, when they are on their way up, and you're on your way down.
Yeah. Trust. There's so many. There's musicians. There's actors who were on their way, and they needed that one meeting with one person, or they needed to get in that one door, and they treated that person correctly, or not only this is crazy. A lot of people don't even think about this, but being on time.
Yo,
punctuality.
You already know that's one of my pet peeves.
Punctuality is essential now, especially because money is time, and people are like, yo, you know, people show up when they want to. That's why even at work, I always understand when people just come in and clock in when they want to. I'm like,
well, I don't like that. Period. I don't like that on any setting, whether it's a professional setting or a social setting. People get on me, I'm like, yo, if they say reservation is at 8, they're not telling you to start pulling up at 8. They want you there at 8. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get beat down because it's kind of like, no, you want to be the first one there. And I'm like, yeah, like not on every occasion.
Yeah.
Like the house party, I don't need to be the first one there.
No, because we know it ain't gonna get lit until later. That's a different thing.
8:30, that joint ain't gonna be jumping until 10:30, 11.
That's casual. Unless it's a surprise birthday party.
Right.
You need to be there on time.
But if it's like business or something of that nature, because that's telling me when you show up late, you don't really care that much. Or you think you already got it in the bag or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't going nowhere.
You the head of the party. You come in like the party start when you get there.
Right. Which is not in the case. You know, that happens in the social setting too. You know, some people show up like, yo, like you 20 minutes late. Then you don't even get the phone call. Some people don't get the phone call. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what's motivation and how do you use your time for your motivation? Oh, and your time management.
How I use, say that again.
Okay, so how do you use motivation for your time management?
Oh.
Or you can break it up. You
Okay,
can answer
I got
two
you.
different, you know what I mean? What is motivation?
Well, motivation for me is if I'm making forward progress in something.
So is motion the same as action?
Yeah.
Is it?
You're doing. Motion is action. You know. Now it depends on how big your steps are, but you know.
But doesn't that go back to if you're doing something pertaining to what you're not like some people be like fake busy a little bit. Like, oh yeah, I got this going on. I gotta do that. You're doing something, but you're not doing something that's pertaining to you getting to a destination or your goal. You know what I'm saying?
Fake busy. That's
people
hilarious.
be fake busy.
Yo,
you ain't never meet somebody. They always got something to do. Like, yo, I'm trying to catch up with you. So, I gotta run up. They even they either fake busy or they just really don't fuck with you like that.
Yo,
but
the fake busy, I think for some people it gives them this feeling that I'm accomplishing something, like, you know, or sounding like you have a lot of things going on is making you seem important. Yeah, you know, I got to make this run, and then, you know, then I got to do this over here. You know, somebody trying to contract me to bring me in to do that. You know, I just, you know, time is really slim right now.
Busy. Let me see if I can squeeze you in.
Let me see if I can squeeze you in. Yo, I think if anything, you know, and I don't go to a barbershop no more, but I think that was probably the only thing you heard from a barber. Yo, let me see if I can squeeze you in real quick.
I already hit you with the.
Yo, it's kind of tight.
Let me see what I can do.
Yo, and then you gonna take extra long on the cut just to act like you got that next customer coming right in. Now you got the guy sitting for how many hours in the barbershop? You and I both know this. Especially Wild Styles used to have you running circles.
Yo, like, come at 3:30, don't get into the chair till 5.
Dog. Don't let it be a dye job in prom season.
Who? Somebody got dye.
No, nobody got no dye.
No, Fat Joe. Fat Joe got this dye brand, like for your beard.
Hey, yo, it's wild.
Hey, yo.
Dye?
Bruh,
nobody needs to just embrace the gray.
The grays is cool.
Embrace the gray. And why are these guys trying to still look young?
Fat Joe, has anybody looked this up and tell me if I'm lying? If Fat Joe has his own beard dye, John, like it's a beard dye.
Ross definitely got one. I think Ross gotta have one.
I don't think Ross got a beard dye. I think he has like a beard kit, like, you know, a wash,
like
an
oil.
Yeah, it's like a treatment kit, but he ain't got no like.
But his joint is jet black, and Ross is definitely. What, 45, 46?
Yeah, something like that. I think they said
he's not 50 yet.
No, he's not 50
but he gotta have, because he dies. He definitely.
But
dies.
you can see, I mean, all right, if he does, he does.
Yeah.
But Fat Joe, no one knows you for a beard though, dog. Like
he keep the light fade joint.
Yeah, you get like a 1. Fat Joe. Fat Joe, we don't need no more dye job kits. Like, we need more lean backs in the world.
Yeah, or sneaker stores. You know, that he got that sneaker store in the Bronx.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
It definitely be moving a lot of sneaks out of there. Crazy.
Shout out to Fat Joe for the sneaks, but not for the beard, bro. Not for that joint.
Yeah, but
please,
the fake back to the fake busy. I'm saying being intentional about what you're doing. And that's it. Just be intentional of where you want to go, how you're scaling it time wise to get that thing done. I just look at, can I complete the task?
Yeah.
With everything. And can I complete it? If I can't complete the task.
I think you gotta have the energy to want to do it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause anything you don't really want to do, you're not going to do with enthusiasm. Like when I was a kid and my mom made me like clean the yard. You know what I'm saying? Like I did it, but I didn't do it. You didn't do it
with fidelity.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I wasn't scooping leaves.
So
you know what I mean? Like that.
Parents, I think parents need to know this, that don't give these jobs to your child that you know is not going to come out to completion like you want it. Like, I want you to I'm trying to think of something really harsh that a parent can, you know.
Let's take it up another level. Don't put these, it's not even about kids. Just don't put pressure on things that you know you're not going to be interested in.
I'm trying to think how I can say it. All right, my grandmother had one arm. She had 2 arms, but one arm she couldn't use due to cancer. So she was like, she asked you to do something. If it wasn't done, what you think she's gonna do?
I mean,
she old school. She gonna go do it herself. She gonna test that butt too. But at the same time, she's gonna go do it herself.
Okay.
So I remember one time she asked me to move the piano.
It's a big ass, grandma. You want me to do what, grandma? Move the piano. I can't sweep
from
enough.
One side of the room to the other, right? And I was like, yo,
shout out to grandma.
Yo, G-Bomb, rest in peace, G-Bomb. That's my homie. Now you really, really appreciate people. Definitely when they gone, it's like I think about stuff and the normalities, that the things that I do now, like washing. When I wash dishes, I'm making sure there's no water behind the sink because my grandmother was like, hey, making sure there's no water back there.
No, for sure.
She came downstairs and moved different things. She moved the piano herself.
It's gonna get done. Either you gonna do it,
she moved it by herself,
or I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna get done. Yeah,
I'm like, I told you I'm gonna do it. It just wasn't done yet. No.
We ain't got this type of time.
No,
Rob.
you gonna move now.
Yeah. Urgency,
man.
Urgency. Yo, so how do you keep connections? Me personally, dog, I'm kind of like, I'm that friend that you could be my guy, but like I don't need to talk to you every day, or we could be like tight for a long time, and I might not talk to you for like 2 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of bad.
2 years.
I got some homies, and they close homies. But, you know, life happens. We adults now. You know what I'm saying? So for
life happens.
Maybe not 2, but for like a year and a half, I would like tap in real quick. But as far as like seeing them, nah. It'd be like seeing them at somebody wedding. You know what I mean? Something like that.
You just running into them.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's what personal and business. Like, how do you deal with connections like that? Business wise, don't give me no business card. I don't even know if people still do that. Do people still do that?
Nah. It's now you just let me show you my Instagram or whatever.
Damn, Instagram. Right back to the AI.
Because now you can just show your work. You can show what you do.
Right.
You know.
But on a business level, though, I guess it would depend on like what kind of business we talking. Like if you just a regular,
you're a contractor.
I can find another one of those. Yeah,
you're a contractor. That's your business card. You need to show that.
Yeah.
But no, I
don't need to see no business card. I mean, it makes me feel better, but I don't need to see the work.
That's what I'm saying. The pictures. You see the pictures.
You saying videos. IG is the business card.
So when a contractor completes a project, he can say, "Look from start to finish." No, personal in relationships, like in terms of how to keep those connections, I just say like, you know, do check in, stay tapped in. You know, I got homies that live in different places. Shout out to my man Chudy. He lived out here in Philly for a while. He a doctor, and you know, got too cold over here, so he moved back to the West Coast. And
where he live at in the West Coast?
He lives right outside of San Diego, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, San Diego, right outside of San Diego.
Must be nice to be a doctor.
His wife is too. They both doctors. Their wedding was dumb, crazy, like for real. Nigerian wedding.
It ain't Nigerian.
He turned up.
Oh yeah.
He turned up.
It's raining money in this show.
That was the first. That was one night. Then the next night was the formal with the tuxes.
Oh no, we gonna get into that too.
Yeah.
We gonna get. I got.
That joint was fire. But since he's on the West Coast, you know, we don't see each other often. But if he comes to the New York area, or he comes to, you know, we'll tap in. Or I flew out to his wedding, you know what I'm saying? Or we call each other just to keep each other, even though we had the time differences too with the coast. You know, we stay tapped in as well. And on top of that, he reps our stuff too. He wore our stuff in Vegas. I flew him something. Yeah, he wore something out in Vegas. I said, "Thank you for wearing this on the strip."
Flew that John. I'm a overnight this package, baby. I got you.
Yeah. So, but those are the relationships you're keeping, and you want them, so you're intentional about how to stay tagged in. But if 2 years, I'm gonna be honest, though. If it's 2 years, that means y'all ain't really had no dialogue. That's worth saying, you know.
But you know where the disconnect happened a little bit at, because these was my buddies. Like I started my college education, but I transferred to a different school.
Okay, all right.
So you know, time goes on. To me, sometimes out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? But those still my guys, though.
And don't think that people can't reconnect. Right.
I mean, I'm the type of person. I see somebody and I haven't seen them in years. If we was like 100, we was tied in. We picking up as soon as where we left off. Just more energy and different conversations. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Straight like that. And I agree like that. You know, I had a roommate in college, and you know, we don't hang out as much, but we still hit each other up. Not only that, you know, I think sometimes people living these other lives and bringing that back together is dope. One of my homies who was on here before, Lil Chris, he had a birthday party, and it was some cats from college that I hadn't seen in a minute. And then
I had a Lincoln reunion.
Yeah, basically. And not only that, my homie saw somebody that he didn't really chill with as much in college, and now they really been connected. And it's like, yo, sometimes it's a renewal.
And then it's some growth there too.
Exactly. Because now, who knows who? That's another reason I bang with Bill. Shout out to Bill. Yeah, shout out to Bill. Because he understands having a circle of people doing certain things, right? So now you can reach out to this person. So let's say I'm not the finance guy, right? But I know somebody that is, right? Or somebody over here that could help me, get a home or whatever. He in the squad.
Yeah.
So now it's not like you going out finding somebody else. You're like, no, we got that in the circle.
I got that
right
in-house.
We got that in-house. We got my man Zagel, an attorney.
Yeah,
I can call him, definitely after, getting pulled over last week or week last before. Guys, I got pulled over in the car in West Virginia, just to let y'all know. And it was the most racist thing ever.
I told him, I said, Rob, my family from West Virginia. Ain't nothing but sticks up here, dog. Do not go.
We had a Hickville backdoor Ku Klux Klan state trooper pulled me, my man, and his wife over, and it was like, I'll tell you, I ain't moved my hands. This dude had his hands on his pistol barrier the whole time, and cursing at my man's wife. It was retarded, and I'm like, literally,
West Virginia, you got to do better.
Yo,
you got to do better.
For real, I went to a West Virginia basketball game. We just enjoyed a big win against Kansas. You know what I'm saying? A big win against Kansas, the number 3 team, and then come out to that hot shit. It was ridiculous, man.
Shout out to Noah Farrakhan.
Shout out to Noah, my man, doing his thing.
Noah be getting busy.
Getting busy. You see, he posted somebody 2 weeks ago.
Real bad.
On ESPN.
But on the phone, this is live, y'all. Me and Rob was talking about, I said, this is how you get yourself lit as a basketball player. You poster somebody, right?
Yeah.
Crazy dunk on them.
Uh-huh.
Just take your sneaker off and hold that joint in the air, dog. Just hold it in the air.
Yo.
All my basketball young bulls, Noah Farrakhan, if you hear this, next time you get a crazy bang on somebody, pause. Just take your sneaker off.
Boom.
And just hold it in the air and stand there.
Yep. That's a brand.
You gonna get a tech.
Yeah.
Now, you gonna get a tech. You might get 2 techs.
Yeah.
But you gotta think bigger, baby. In the long run, Nike's gonna be like, can you do that sneaker in the air thing again?
It needs to be a brand that needs to come back. It needs to be they have enough.
Oh, they
Nike has
Reebok.
Enough.
Reebok got that new.
Nike has enough of the. Yeah, I'm sorry. I bang with Nike.
I like Nike.
You know what I'm saying? But Nike has enough of the whole pie. There needs to be some other brands, and I'm just being for real. Yes, Reebok has its cultural moments. New Balance is killing right now. Like New Balance is on
New Balance. We know what it is about New Balance. Not to go off the subject and the questions, but they need new designers. Y'all need, like, they got Stephon Diggs as a spokesperson for ASICS, right? But I be thinking, looking at the shit, I'm like, yo, you wearing the basic Johns, like you ain't got no signature ASIC, like you know what I mean?
They need to make.
They need to though, but that's you know what I mean about building a brand culturally.
They need people on par with the community, because sometimes I think they want these just real nice designers, but they don't see like what's the trend, like what's
like
what's
for me, you gotta get, and this is turned into a fashion conversation, which we can have, but But for me, you gotta get into the mix. Like you gotta see what people from the city, from the hoods is wearing. You know what I mean? Oh, Philly ASICS is a big thing now.
Yeah.
But everybody got different flavors of ASICS.
They moving.
Yeah, so you gotta get in different neighborhoods, different cities to see like what are they really wearing like on a regular out here, like a day to day. You're like, you know what I mean?
The day to day is definitely going to turn into like fits. Like you see, I don't know if you see, Mont Brown got the community service sneakers. They give off a ASIC look.
I haven't seen them. They crazy.
I like them joints. Actually, they keep selling out. I'm trying to get a pair.
Philly?
Yeah,
shout out to Mont Brown.
Yeah, shout out. I'm like, when they get them back in stock, I'm definitely going to support.
Well, the boy King Saladin got a sneaker.
Yeah,
shit's fire.
Yeah, again, these are the people. Now, my thing is, I like the fact that they're starting their own shoes versus giving that talent to a major company.
Because you can't, you know what these major companies do? They steal the energy a little bit. Not steal it. I ain't gonna say steal, because we still got it. But they like, damn, that's hot. How he doing it?
Yeah.
Let me try to like
Exactly. So that's the reason why you see, who was it this past year that took that on? Balenciaga took on the whole ASIC look and stamped it with a $900 sticker.
I got a pair.
When the ASICs were
they're
way
not
better,
even that comfortable.
they're not.
and I feel dumb wearing them because they're huge.
I'm telling you, not even that. That's just don't get me wrong. I like brands. I like stuff. Of course, we're in that business, so we like that. But there's some things I just feel like a company will just stamp it, and it doesn't. That's what makes it just the stamp. Because I've seen somebody else that made that and made it a little bit better, but the thing is, their name is not out there. Their name is not out there.
So it's kind of like if your name is not buzzing,
the name not
as
buzzing,
big as your thing is, then it's just gonna just be an unheard of thing that was hot to those that know. Yeah, like you gotta know. You gotta know.
Yeah, or you gotta make sure somebody is in the know wearing.
Yeah, that'd be the thing. You gotta have people in seats, man.
Yeah,
and that's like why you see all of these companies going to like cultural ambassadors. I like to say like Wallow and you know what I mean the who else is out there like that, like the Joe Buttons kind of, you know what I mean, because they kind of know what's going on. They know what's hot. Like what's my man that did the Versace sneaks?
Who?
He did remember the Versace sneaks, like the 2 Chainz Jones?
Nah. I'm be honest. Versace should never have a shoe. Like,
no, I'm not saying the shoe was hot. I'm just saying like the guy that designed it. He's a black. I don't
pay attention to
black
young
Versace
guy. I mean, unless it's nostalgic and you throwing it on for a party, I don't look at anything.
You know who I'm talking
Versace.
about too. That's the crazy part.
I do.
Name, he starts with an S. Celine. That's his name.
But he does the Crocs.
Right, but I'm saying like he kind of is tied in. You think not?
Oh yeah, he's definitely tied in.
Yeah, that's all like the dude that made the Versace sneakers that no one really liked. Yeah,
no one from the hood really like those. Listen, I just not Versace though.
Yeah, but certain brands is dope though. I like certain brands. I like what the brand represents too. We done went on a whole tangent about people in the seats. I mean, but that's important to have people that's in the culture, like in those offices, to tell you like, no, that's not hot.
But so I mean, when there's a dollar sign attached to it and they see it can make a run, some people just want the run, right? Some people just want the run. They don't care about the long-term game. Some people just I want this run right now. Like if you think about it, the long-term game with Mitchell and Ness, right? Nobody thought about a long-term game with Mitchell and Ness. That was a run. Then it stopped for a while. Did it ever make a reassurance? It did. Yes, it has, because that's why when Fanatics bought it.
Okay.
Michael Rubin.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, is anybody really still talking about it? Or did they go through like a rebranding?
They rebranded. To what? Sports apparel is still huge, especially you consider about the money that NBA is making. They're making a different type of product. The only thing is, hip hop wise, you don't see it as much anymore. You see it here and there, maybe on a nostalgic piece. Fab will throw something on, or you might see Jimmy throw something on, or whatever. But it's not like when we was growing up.
That's what I'm saying. It was like a movement.
Yeah, that was a movement.
Because I look at LeBron.
If you ain't have jerseys on your video
really
set,
in the mix. You wasn't hot.
Yeah.
Jerseys was the thing, but I'm saying, but now it's more like a casual to a luxury type of look.
Yeah.
And I think, when the whole change clothes and that came out, everybody was like,
with the button downs.
Yeah, and the hats. Did you ever wear a button down in the cap?
I did.
I did too.
I did.
I did too.
And I had the S dots. I was wilding.
I had the first pair, the Gucci Jones,
the Gucci S dots. I had both. The best ones was those.
Best Jones was the Gucci Jones.
Like if somebody has those now, please, in a size 12, please DM me, because I want them Jones now. I want those now.
You want somebody sliding your DM with them Jones?
For those, yeah. I want those, man. Those were hot.
Talked about why we need each other as like a humanity thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's kind of like, well, you got to have that type of human connection. Like solitary isn't important. It's not important. It's not good. You shouldn't be
by yourself.
So having that connection with each other is important, I think. You know what I mean?
Definitely need
and that's why we need it. I think we fuck around need more of a connection out here. It's people crazy.
I'm real, like I like family. You know, that's really dope to me. Definitely, you already know. Like family. My friends, I take my friends very seriously. You know, my friendships, and you know, I always look at it like this: I can't exist or be anything or do anything if I don't have this circle around me. So when people, and this is very important for anybody listening, please understand your circle is essential. That could also kill you. Your circle could also kill you, because let's say you hang around some toxic dudes.
Bro, I'm gonna go right to this question. Go ahead, continue. I'm gonna go right to this question.
Some toxic dudes, and there are a lot. And there's guys that don't want to see you move. There's guys that want to act like they your homie, and then you know, just do some corny nut shit, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's your vicinity, and if that's bleeding over to you, that's the problem. So that's why you got to keep people that are positive, people that are forward moving, people that are not content with just chilling or, not making a move.
I mean, they say you are who you surround yourself with.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Your friends. Just look at your friends' net worth, man.
But then
that's the real net worth. Your friends.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the type of people they are.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I can't, like, me being a father now, like, I don't even feel right around no one that doesn't take care of their kids.
It shows you something different.
Yeah, like
you like, you was actually
like before I understood like the whole concept. You're supposed to take care of your child, but it didn't really bother me as much because it was like I ain't got no kid. You know what I mean? But now, like a lot of our conversations, and other conversations I have with my friends are like, yo, like, how's your son doing? Or damn, he playing soccer now?
I know.
Like high school.
And now you're growing with the situation.
Yeah.
You're growing with the situation. It's like, and it's an eye opener too, just to see just the struggle sometimes for some fathers and some, people that are not around their kids. Let's say they can't be around their kid for some reason, right?
Yeah.
And then that kid is missing out. That child is missing out on conversations. That child is missing out on the camaraderie of, knowing their parent.
Yeah.
Also testing out mistakes.
Gotta have somebody help you walk through.
How to walk through those
problems.
mistakes. Yeah. And I'm like, when some people don't have that, and it just has it, let's say, in a mother, which is great, but there's also some manhood things that need to be, reared into the child, so that way going forward, come on.
Because you know what, you gotta, even if you don't have kids, it's kind of what type of man do you want people to visualize you as? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta really stand up on what you on. If you say you a man, you gotta be a man. It's not always necessarily about like finances, because I think sometimes people compare the man to his bank account, which should never be the case, because I've known dudes with a lot of money that are like that were assholes,
corny,
and we are it's a lot of corny dudes with money out here. You know what I mean? It's half of them. Now I'm gonna chill. I was about to say them dudes that be talking crazy about the women. But then I've known some men that don't have nothing, and you bring them everywhere. Like, yo, you coming? Don't worry about it. I got you. Like, 'cause you just cool. Like, you know what I mean? But I think it's important as a man to always show some type of manliness.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a little boy at home, or even just kids, period. You want to show them what a man looks like. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of people talking about what they don't want in a man. They ain't never had a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy shit. Like,
yo, you know what's crazy?
You saying what you don't want
or
don't want in a woman, and ain't really never had a real mom. Like, and when I say mom, I'm talking about a mother figure. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what it's like to have your mom bring you chicken soup and shit. Like, when you sick as a little boy,
no,
mom bring the joint up.
Tomato.
It was just tomato. I was a chicken soup type of guy.
Tomato soup was my bag.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I was just gonna say to your thing about the parent being there. There's not a lot of there's fathers that are doing this, but there's a good portion of men that still they're fathers, but they're not dating their daughters, meaning they're not taking their daughters out, showing them what to expect from a man when it's that time. And they're not looking for it, because then when a girl doesn't have that, and then she just taking anything from Rockman down the block, right? Just like on some, don't know what to expect, but he can treat her any type of way, right? then now, as a younger young lady, her dad could be like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna set up a date for us. We're gonna go out to dinner. We're gonna go to the movies or whatever. Or let's go do this together and hang out. So that now in the future, she knows what to expect.
Right. Yeah, she should know. She knows what to look for.
She knows what to look for.
So
you can't come like that. My dad, nah.
Yeah, just don't be corny. Like,
He
you know what I
corny,
mean?
yeah.
But anyway, somebody be like, nigga, you corny. It's always that one was like, this nigga corny.
It's corny too. Yeah. And I'm real, not to sidebar this, but like, what is the definition really of corny? Like, I know we say it. We've been saying this since we. But what's the definition of corny? You ain't got to give me a sentence.
I don't really know.
You can give me instances of
I
what
think
was
a female can answer that better. Like, you know what I mean?
What's the scale for corny?
Corny, like, to me, it's kind of like you just doing the most right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you loud as shit. Everything about you is loud, like, but not loud because this is like you. Yeah. Loud because you want to be seen. Mm-hmm. Like,
oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, that's corny. Like shut up. Like, you know what I mean? This the nigga just doing way too much. Yeah. Like, it's a lot of corny chicks out here too. Just like,
Chinese slipper wearing.
Chinese slipper wear. That's the joint with the thong between the big toe and the little
no. Those, I think you get those at the
Nellery joints. But chicks used to walk around with them joints or the jellies.
Jellies. The other slippers, the Chinese store slippers or whatever, the Chinese slippers, they would sell those at the hair stores. Yeah. And girls was really wearing it like in Philly, I should say, girls was really wearing that thing with like bell bottoms.
Don't single out
with flared.
Don't just single out the Philly ladies. No. All the women across the world. I got y'all.
No, they did not.
All the women across the world.
I'm like, I always wonder like what's the corny thing of a different city? Like, what's the equivalent of corny in LA? What's the equivalent of corny in Houston, Chicago? I
guess corny.
It's different cultures too. So
it's different. And corny is subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's corny to you might not be corny to me. Like, you know what I mean? That's why you got, 32 flavors, right? At Baskin Robbins, you can pick a different flavor if you don't like it. Like, you know what I mean? Shit.
Man, I think that was just a common term growing up. Just like,
corny.
You corny, man. People for me in this age, corny to me is, just asking too many questions.
Oh shit! Asking too many questions is corny. Somebody that's just trying to know. I just want to know. Like,
no, not like that. Not like that. Like, we gonna do this. Don't ask no questions, right? We gonna do this.
I see where this is.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, or
just relax. Just enjoy this ride, baby.
Yeah. Somebody, because that's sometimes people don't understand. It's just good to be in the unknown.
Spontaneity is always something that keeps it, you know what I mean? Keeps it spicy.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what? We about to have your bags packed.
Okay, Rob. Talk, Rob.
Have your bags packed, right? Tell her whether it's going to be winter weather or summer weather.
All right.
So she can pack accordingly.
Okay.
You say, get your passport.
What type of bag? Am I bringing an overnight bag or am I bringing the luggage?
You doing luggage?
Oh, okay.
Doing luggage.
Okay.
Have that ready.
How they flying though?
They don't know.
Spirit?
They don't know.
Well, how does he know they flying?
First of all, let me tell you this. Yo,
we doing Spirit, baby, or we hopping on this Delta real quick?
I got on Spirit coming back from Mexico, dog. And I ain't gonna hold you. It was so clean. It was
what? Spirit really not that bad.
It's really not that bad. They just scale everything down.
No, it's tight.
And you got to pay for everything.
Yeah, you definitely gotta pay for everything.
It's like Uber Eats. Like, you know what? Do you want extra onions?
Yo, you want a fork and a knife?
Check that. Like everything. And the crazy part about it is no TVs.
Yeah.
The guy next to me pulls the thing down, puts his phone up, watch Netflix, and opens up a container with the most onion ass sandwich in the history. I'm telling you, that just in this confined space, you want to eat this.
Is that like your only bad flight experience, or you got?
No, I had a girl kick my chair, for 6 hours on the flight.
You ain't say nothing,
right? First of all,
shit,
it's a little girl.
I'd have been.
It's a little girl.
Yo, fuck, you ain't fly by yourself, did you? Where your parent at? Yo, man. Yo, you gotta get this. You gotta keep kicking my chair, bro. She's kicking my chair, bro. You're kicking my chair. You kicking my jaw? No.
Yo, I let her live because she little girl.
I ain't letting that
she
live,
just like boom, 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 boom.
Oh no, she was making beats.
boom, boom. I was like, yo,
She
for
had a
6
big meeting. And she was a
hours,
producer.
for 6 hours, fam.
She had a big meeting, Rob. You was just, the
man,
drum
I'm
kit.
telling you, I think, and I'm glad it was only 6 because
6 hours.
I think
crazy.
like when I flew to Greece,
Where did you flying? Vegas or something?
Yeah.
Ain't Vegas
no,
like
it
6
was
hours?
Cali. It was Cali.
Oh, all right.
I was coming back from
I knew
San
it was on the
Diego,
West Coast somewhere.
but I could imagine like on an 11-hour flight, overseas doing something crazy like that would really. We got to have a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Or we gonna move your seat, something.
No, we gonna move your seat the first couple boom booms. Like that first boom, I'm
Hey,
like,
yo.
all right, you might just be trying to get comfortable.
Yo.
Shit happens.
That
second boop, like, all right now, like, you know what I'm saying? What we doing?
Yo, let me tell you about the craziest finesse of all time, yo. And if you do this on your own, just be mindful. You might get caught, but
Don't do it then, y'all.
so
Don't do it.
So listen, my man Muhammad, right?
Oh, you gonna say his whole name
Yeah,
too?
I ain't say his last name.
Oh, all right.
My man Muhammad, we coming back from DR,
Mm.
and he said, I get on the flight like last. I'm like in the back.
Mm.
I see him in first class, and I was like, okay,
Okay,
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Yeah, man. Okay.
He's like, yo. He's like, yeah, that's what I do, right? That's what I do.
He hit you with
I'm
the.
dying.
I ain't knew that is.
Yeah, I'm dying. I see Hot, right? I was like, I said, you see Muhammad up there? He said, where? I said, he right up there. He said, all right. I come off. Oh, I come down the flight. You get off the flight, excuse me. Get on the baggage claim. And I was like, why he ain't off first if he was in first class? He was like, man, he ain't going in no first class. He said he walked in there, just sat down.
And just waited.
Just waited till the person came. He said,
And luckily for him, you came
He's
before.
like, either they gonna come or not. So he just tested it out. He said, if they ain't in that line already, he said, I already know how many seats it is. So he just
he done did the math, the calculations.
But then,
it's about 15
so then
first class.
The woman comes,
only 5
and
people.
now he act like this first class. Oh, my bad.
Start looking at his ticket like, swear they said A1. Damn, my fault.
Yo, I was like, I ain't gonna hold you. That's a smart finesse, though.
You just
But
got home at work.
You got to do that the last minute, yo. Crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody, I always suggest, if you can, in one time in your life, fly first class. You'll never want to sit and coach again.
Ain't that what Steve Harvey said?
Yeah, oh, man. But it's true.
Is it?
It's true. I mean, I still sit and coach, but I'm saying the time that I sat first class,
Yeah.
cookies were hotter.
Cookies were hotter. Pause.
Hot cloths.
Okay.
Right?
They treated you right.
Endless wine. And you could watch the movies uncensored.
Oh.
Because in the back, they censor everything.
I ain't know that.
Yeah. They not going to
shit.
have nobody butt naked on the screen.
I ain't know that.
And you got a kid next to you, you watch it. Something crazy.
I mean, well, shit. If he in first class, maybe he deserves to watch it. Shit, you in first class too?
Yeah.
Maybe, I need to tell my son to get with you. Shit. Young boy sitting next to me in first class. Wait, you by yourself?
You might, yo.
Wait, you bought the ticket?
Yeah, no, man.
What do
funny.
you do? Like,
I
I
can't,
mean, but anyway.
I think it's caviar.
That's a caviar. That was a caviar moment.
Yep.
It's caviar bump, y'all.
Thank you.
What you do is you get the caviar out, right?
Boop.
Do your hand like this, like a little Kermit John. That you used to do back.
Oh, I'm dropping. Hold on, let me again. Let me again.
Back in the day.
This is what they was doing at Laker games?
Yeah.
There you go.
Now you got it.
Yeah, I'm good. All right.
Stick it right here.
Boom.
Boom.
Caviar moment.
Caviar moment.
Oh my God.
Yo, you just went up.
He
You
just
just went up.
Did the stock rise?
Yeah.
Yo, what?